The sheriff has always been concerned about officer safety, officer welfare, making sure that the officers have what they need. So the programs have two purposes. One, we're trying to rehabilitate and change the way an inmate's thinking. But also, we're doing it for officer safety, to occupy that inmate, give that inmate something to do, something that he can use his time constructively versus trying to hurt somebody, you know what I'm saying? And you'd be amazed at some of the things that inmates can do when they get time. I've seen them model chess pieces out of soap. I've seen them make tattoo guns out of, little handheld motors. Make weapons and all sorts of things. So we want to give things to inmates that are constructive. And by the sheriff providing this program for the inmates, it's making it good for the inmates, it's making it safe for the staff here.
Well, our average length of stay at the shelter for dogs is between 8 and 10 days. So that's from the time they come into the shelter to the time they get adopted. Whereas a dog with no obedience training and no in-house manners will probably sit for a couple of weeks. And every day that they're in the shelter, their adoptability decreases. Being in a kennel environment is detrimental to their mental health. And sometimes they can unlearn behaviors that they may have learned in the home. I think that at first it'll be difficult to get the prisoners to understand some dog behavior and how to train them, but I think once they get the hang of it, it's going to move really fast because it's pretty rare that someone will actually spend 24 hours a day with their animal, so they will have that much time to work on the obedience training and the commands that they're going to be dealing with.
I thought it was a good idea to have this program so that we could teach inmates how to care for something, how to love something, how to take the focus off of them and reflect it onto another. We have inmates here that don't know how to be fathers or mothers, and this will be a good opportunity for them to learn such skills, how to care for something, how to nurse it back to health, how to train it. And at the end of the program, the inmate will have a sense of accomplishment. And he can say, look what I did. I saved this animal's life. You know, I have some self-worth. I can give something back to the public.
Out of all the programs I've ever been to in jail, I say this is the only one that actually has ever put a dent in me. All the other programs were a complete waste of time. I learned a real lot from it, and anybody, I'm a human, anybody's gonna feel good about nursing an animal back to health, and if you make a dog prosperous, it won't bite you, and that's like the main difference between dogs and humans. Actually, she's probably the best cellmate I've ever had, and I've had millions of cellmates.
We've done a lot of work to get the word out that these animals are going to be available. A lot of people come into the shelter and just immediately want a dog that is good with kids, good on a leash, knows how to do some tricks, and these dogs will have all of that. So I think they'll go pretty fast.
The response has been huge. We have people every day that are coming by our department and dropping off dog food, dog bowls, dog leashes, dog cages. We've even had donations as much as $1,500 donated towards this program. Did you notice Carter? He got a haircut. His appearance has changed. His demeanor has changed. His spirits have been lifted. He's feeling good about himself. He's feeling like, hey, I'm accomplishing something. So he got a haircut and got himself cleaned up, and now that's starting to manifest itself in his appearance, not only in his attitude, but in his appearance, I think success in the end will be defined as, one, does the inmates come back to jail? And two, how readily will the dogs be adopted? And if we can get up into the 85 to 95% percentile in adoptions and lowering the recidivism rate, I think that would be a success.
We hope to grow the program as the months and the years go on. Right now we're just starting with 8 dogs, but still 8 dogs is still 8 lives saved. These will be dogs that may not have had quite the chance living in the shelter. And so hopefully the program will get bigger and we can include more dogs, and every dog is a life saved.
I'll be there when your heart needs protecting. I promise you, you'll never walk alone. I'll be there to show you my affection. All you gotta do is take me home. When it seems your spirit has been broken and you feel you're sinking like a stone, I will comfort you with words unspoken. All you gotta do is take me home. I'll show you the meaning of devotion. We'll help each other dry the tears we've cried. When others let you down and leave you wondering, you will find me right there by your side. I promise you, you never will forget me. Just say the word, I'm all ready to go.